Everybody, let's talk college football. I'm still sick. Ugh, sinus infection from hell, but we're beating it. It's going to be, I will eventually be healthy again at some point. Let's talk about how awful the college football file's doing. I just took a look at week 8, and this is a sport that I haven't watched a college football game ever in my life. My college did not have a football team, the University of Vermont, and we can tell why because this is not working well. So what we're looking at is week 8 results, and we went 32 and 16, 26 and 21 on the spread line, but there's a lot of throwing darts and a lot of losing, a lot of big favorites. Somebody was negative 3,500 and lost. Jesus Christ. I mean, you can start to open this up and say, what did Bowling Green actually pay to win that? Let's take a look at that. Bowling. They paid plus 1,300. You got 13 to 1 on Bowling Green State. You got let's see here. Some of these we can do is we can sort this by the highest lines that paid out, and just to see if we can find any trends because the file did not do well. Did not do well in order. We got an awesome 13 to 1 on Bowling Green State. You got an 11 to 1 on South Carolina, 5 to 1 on Nevada, Las Vegas. If you add those up, right, 13 plus 11 is 24, plus 5 is 29. On these games, if you bet $1 a game, you ended up with 29 plus 3, and you only lost 7 of those? Wow. You went 3 and 7, but then if you did it all the way down to here, if you did everything like above 300, say, you thought about doing that, in that situation, right, you bet $30. No, sorry, that's only 18 of them. You bet $18 and you won 3 of them for 29. So you had a huge day just playing big underdogs, all the biggest underdogs. But that's not how we do things here. How we do things here is by looking at win algorithm percentage. And it wasn't good. And we look at games above 0% because those are the ones that we are thinking are ones that we should be picking. And it was awful. I mean, it just wasn't good. There's all this losing here. It just didn't make sense. So when we look at week 9 right now, understand that this is not working great. The point predictions also, and look at the point predictions. I don't know. I just see a lot of messy stuff. Like we had some defenses that held up. Like Tennessee does really well against Mississippi State for some reason. Here we had, this team gets shut down to 17. There's just no consistency yet, and I need to do more work on it, but I haven't had time, so this is what we're stuck with. But we'll go over it and take a look. So this week, is there anything that looks nice on here? Well, let's see. No, there really isn't. Everything's almost in order. We have a couple underdogs of Baylor and Miami of Ohio, Kent State on the road. Miami, Ohio is at home against Northern Illinois, so there's one where a home team is a dog that we have. Coastal Carolina away. It's just an ugly, ugly board, and college football seems to be a whole lot tougher than I thought. When we get into college basketball, which is something I'm definitely going to be doing because that's been tested last year, college basketball really worked great, and there were more games more frequently to choose with more favorable lines. So I'm kind of souring on college football. It's really tough, and keep that in mind. But so I'll probably not offer more monthly subscriptions to this, unless all of a sudden it starts really working well. But it just seems too difficult. The schedules are just too broad across different conferences, and injuries, and Lord knows what happens. So anyway, that's the update for now. Use it with that guidance in mind.